All right, morning everyone. Welcome to another Dream Team deadline stream. It's myself and Tony coming in from Mallorca. How are you doing, mate?
Hola!
How is that for dedication?
Oh, yeah, couldn't miss it.
What time is it there?
11:30.
11:30. And
I'll
what
get
you
away
got?
with beer on this one. What's that?
What have you got there?
Oh, it's a nice cool pint San Miguel, this.
Oh,
It's only
lovely.
about 28 degrees.
I should have ditched the captaincy poll for what should Tony drink next poll.
Yeah,
That would
I
have done.
will keep muting and unmuting, so you don't have to listen to all these screaming kids in school behind me.
Yeah, just shout, shut up. We've got him. Tell him you're streaming. Right. If you're joining us in the chat, which I can see we've got quite a few numbers already, 109 people watching live. Do please leave a like on the stream if you haven't already, and let's get through some of your Dream Team questions. Ben might also be joining us, but he's a little bit tied up at the minute, so we'll wait and see. We'll start off with Elroy. So his team is Onana, Diaz, Vardiol, Konsa, KDB, Foden, Palmer, Saka, Isak, Watkins, and Haaland. That sounds like too many players. Thinking to transfer Konsa to Walker and Watkins to Jackson to be slightly different, but Son worries him. I think, Tony, you're qualified for this one, seeing as you're a loyal Jackson owner and he's done well for you. What do you think?
Smashed it, Andy. Smashed it. You all laughed, but you're not laughing now, all that jazz. Yeah, he seems to be a popular pick now, doesn't he? Everywhere I see him either thinking of bringing him in or are bringing him in. I hope it doesn't eat too much into my differential. He has knocked me back up to 50th. Still got an outside chance of getting into that top 21. Yeah, I like Jackson. I like Isak this week as well.
Yeah, I think that the defence move is spot on. Konsa to Walker. We're both just saying before we started, we're both thinking of bringing an extra City defender in this week. I'm bringing Son in, I think, but I don't have Isak, and Isak's the one that worries me. So I feel like you can't have it all. But yeah, if you fancy Jackson, I think there's not going to be too much to split him, is there, this week?
Yeah.
He's got Diaz though. Hopefully Diaz makes it to the starting 11, which he's been on the bench for the last 3 or 4 games, I think it is. But I feel like he should be in that starting 11. But Akanji and Ake both keep starting at centre back. But we hopefully might get some leaks on City. So maybe us included, looking to bring in Walker. Maybe we just got to be on a little bit of high alert just in case we see that they've rotated the back line or something like that. But yeah.
If I quickly leave abruptly, it means we've got some news on City.
Yeah, you got to quickly go and make your transfers.
I'll be off.
Yeah, if you guys do see any leaks that I've not mentioned, we're a man down currently. Tony's a screen down where he's round by the pool, but I am trying to check Twitter and stuff at the same time. So if you do see anything, do stick it in the chat. Unless you're super competitive. Luke Sinclair up next. So morning lads, my team is Raya, White, Gabriel, Saliba, so plenty of Arsenal. Louise, De Bruyne, Foden, Gordon, Palmer, Watkins, Haaland. Thinking of taking out Louise and Watkins for Walker and Silva. I guess that's Bernardo Silva. Do you have any transfer ideas? What do you reckon, Tony? Do you reckon he should get another striker in there instead of?
Yeah, I was just thinking that I wouldn't do the Walker transfer. I would do David Louise and Watkins out. But yeah, get like say Son, Isak, Jackson. They're all great options of doubles.
I do like Bernardo.
Really nice fixtures, haven't
he? Yeah, I like Bernardo, but I think I'd be moving Bernardo in like nearer the end towards the final. And I think I'd go for a Son, an Isak, or a Nicholas Jackson as well. I think they're going to be the big strikers for this week.
Son and Isak have the penalties as well, don't they?
Yeah,
We'll
yeah,
try them
I'd
then.
do that. And then, are we doing the Euros? We will be. The game did actually come out yesterday, I think. So all update your apps.
Yeah.
I've not actually had a chance to have a proper good look through it all yet. Been so busy, but yeah, we'll be doing a breakdown on the rules, how to play, all that sort of stuff, and then we'll be putting out content the whole way through, I think.
Yep.
Bruno Fernandes, is he going to be fit? We don't know. I don't think anyone really knows, but apparently he's trained. There was pictures of him in training. I feel like if he is fine, he'll play. But I was surprised that he was left out last week, really. So yeah, we don't really know, but he has trained. My reaction just then has worried me because I've just seen someone who's on my reliable list that says Kyle Walker is benched for Man City. Great start. Kyle Walker is benched for Man City, but they've put in brackets. This is lazy FPL, the FPL newsletter. It says in brackets, we have been wrong twice over the past 2 seasons. So use these leaks at your own risk. But that, within the first few minutes of the stream, has ballsed up my plans. We'll keep an eye out to see if anyone else is confirming that same thing. But already, someone saying that Walker is benched, which is not great because he was in both of our plans.
Yeah. Yeah, that one was my transfer in was Walker for Gabriel.
In that case, do you think you'll just be moving a midfield or striker? Because I don't have another City defender that I'm 100% happy to put in yet.
Yeah, it's tricky really because the 2 players that I want out, I've got all doubles apart from Watkins, Gabriel, and White. So I want obviously doing the Watkins move to Isak, and then I want to take out one of the Arsenal lads, which would be Gabriel. I might still do the Walker move, or would I? I don't know.
You won't get the 2 games out of him, will you? That's the thing.
No. No. But then if I move him out, if I don't put Walker in, and I put somebody who isn't in game week 37 in the final,
sets you back later on.
Sets you back the player later on.
Well, still to come on that one. Haaland apparently starts, no surprise. Isak and Gordon apparently start, no surprise there either. Right, let's carry on. Ice Kitty, morning guys. Any idea if we're getting 2 transfers for game week 37? Yeah, they've confirmed it's going to be exactly the same as normal. So you'll just get the 2 transfers for that cup final week. Sean Glendo, good morning. Need to take out one of Saliba or Dalot, but which one? Arsenal only 2 fixtures, but are a good team, unlike Man U. This is a tough one. So 4 for 2 on Dalot, but they've been crap. What are you saying?
Yeah, it's not been great for United, is it? Said Crystal Palace were a tricky game, and it did show. They really are struggling. But I think you've got to go for the fixtures in the hope that, like you said, Maguire back-to-back goals a few weeks ago. Yeah, they can do a little bit. I know they had
for an attack and return.
Hope for performance, a few bonus points. If they are getting pummeled, might still get tackle bonuses and stuff like that. Blocks, interceptions, might get performance more. Just got to hope for that. I'd move Saliba on, keep Dalot. He's a decent option.
I probably do agree. To be fair, I don't think Dalot is like a great option. I wouldn't be saying bring him in, but yeah, maybe just for the extra appearance points.
Might have to at the minute.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen someone else saying Walker benched as well now. Joel Baldwin, morning chaps. What are your guys' initial thoughts on the Euros game? Good luck this weekend. Should we cover it on the pod? Because the deadline will be ticking. But
yeah, that's it.
Yeah, we'll cover it on the pod on the weekend. Just because there's going to be some desperate people in the chat ahead of this deadline. Billy Symes, third in his mini league with 3,712 points, very close to second and first. Shall I go with Haaland captain to be safe, or risk Isak or Son with the armband? Please help. I can't comfortably say go against Haaland after last week. Watkins has scarred me for life.
Yeah. City have Fulham and who forgot? Did they have Fulham? Who have City got?
Who City got? City got Fulham.
Yeah, Fulham and who's another game?
Fulham and Spurs.
Fulham and Spurs. I think last time Haaland got a hat trick against Fulham, and against Spurs he got 2 assists the last time he met. So he's got form against the two teams. He's involved in the points because you know with Haaland he either scores or assists or he's getting nothing. He did do a bit of a number last week and all Watkins captain is. I'm in this photo as well, Billy. A little bit. I want to attack that top 21. But I didn't have it on Palmer at one point. I have changed it to Haaland now, but I don't know. It's a tough one. Depends on how far away you are. Very close to second. Maybe just go Haaland.
Yeah, we don't know the gap, but I think I would just go Haaland still. But if the gap is looking massive and it won't be recoverable with your transfers, you don't think, or you think they're going to make the same moves as you and block you off, then maybe gamble. If you had to go Isak or Son for the armband,
Isak. I don't trust Son at all. Hence why I went Jackson the other week and not Son.
Yeah. See, I'm thinking of bringing Son in over what Isak for this week. With my transfer this week. But I don't know if this makes sense or not. But I actually think that Isak would be a better captaincy pick just for this week. But I'm bringing Son in to hope that Sheffield United game included, he could do a bit more. So yeah, I'd probably do Isak out of them. I hope that sort of makes sense. But Calvin parking the bus. Hey, P218. What's that mean? You got?
He's saying he's 208. 218.
Maybe. I'm parking the bus, but I think I've missed it. You can still park the bus. There's nothing wrong with parking the bus. Up until 11:30, you can park the bus. You good, mate? You've not missed it. Get it done. Gunalen, who's best, Jackson or Son for Watkins? We're split here. I mean, if you had to, I'm going Son. Tony's got Jackson. Over the last few weeks, who's ended up happier? It's been Tony.
He's a few positions above me, so yeah, I want that 20th place. I'm not telling you.
On the ownership, what's the ownership at the minute?
No,
Top. Where is he? 29.
I'm not going to talk anybody out of Son because he does have good fixtures. But the reason I went for Jackson the other week was because I can't trust Son. I've had him twice this season. He's done absolutely nothing. I think 4 games last week. I think he come away with 10 points.
Come away with 11 points somehow, but he on the eye test he was
awful.
Naff.
He was awful. Unless they're getting a penalty Spurs, he's not been anywhere near it. So I don't know what's happened to him. On the basis of that, Jackson. But yeah, I mean, flip a coin with them two, really.
Yeah.
Son does have that nice Sheffield United fixture after the double.
Yeah, if it was just down to who's been better and who's in better form, I'd say Jackson. But I'm basing my decision off of the fact how bad Burnley were and how bad Sheffield United have been. So yeah, it is a tough one.
I'm hoping to watch the Spurs Burnley game over here and celebrate and getting relegated. Sorry to any Burnley fans, but
yeah, Miss Snoopy's saying stayed up late watching the Northern Lights in Suffolk. Did you see anything where you are, or was it just here?
No, I've seen some pictures though on Facebook. Yeah. Wow, it looks amazing. Apparently we're everywhere, weren't it?
Yeah, I don't know if everyone's just in on the act, bullshitting each other. But I went out in the garden and had a look, and it looked a bit funny. It looked a little bit green, a little bit purple. But I took a picture of it, and it looked brilliant.
Right.
And I've seen everyone's photos online, and I'm thinking, is yours just the photo like mine? Because outside normally it didn't look that good, but when I took the picture, it looked good.
Yeah.
But on to the important part, Miss Snoopy. Walker or White? Well, it sounds like Walker is benched, apparently, which is not good news.
No.
Yeah, not good at all. Apparently, Walker is benched. They're saying.
Yes, you'd be bringing him in. If you brought Walker in, you bring him in for 3 games, really.
Yeah.
I can't see. If he's rested, I can't see him coming on.
FPL Tony, not you. FPL Tony, the guy that leaks, is saying Edison's starting, Foden's starting, so no surprise there. But yeah, apparently a couple people saying Walker's on the bench. So yeah, I'd reconsider that one, I'm afraid. Ben Jones, currently Onana, Vardiol, Konsa, Cash, Palmer, Saka, KDB, Foden, Haaland, Isak, and Watkins. So loaded up on Villa. Cash out to Walker. Yeah, another one that's probably heard this late, but yeah, Walker out. Then stuck on Watkins to Son or Jackson. Again, split. So we kind of already answered that, haven't we? We answered that in the last one. Miss Snoopy saying happy holiday, Tony. Morning to Andy Barnett. Need that City team news. Renee R going for Gabriel to Walker. Oh god, everyone's been done by these leaks last minute, same as us. Kyle, yeah, more people are saying Kyle Walker does not start, which is not good.
Yeah, I think that was the move this week, wasn't it? I think a lot of people have already out, and then planning towards 37. You're looking at a City defender, and you know he's one of the most nailed. I was one of the most nailed until today. They will probably get the full 3 next fixtures.
So do you think that you're going to keep Walker then, or you?
I'm toying with the idea. Because as we're going through the pod, I am trying to think as well, other options.
I'd sort of mapped mine out. Didn't I? And I said, like, depending on who I take out, you end up with less players later on in the season. But I'm now wondering, do I just take out Bruno Fernandes? It would mean I end up with only like 8 for the final. But then I
think with the Walker move, I'll be on 8 because I've had Edison in there. So he's looking like Ortega will probably play the final. So I will be on 8. I'll be happy enough with 8. If I don't do a United or City player in defence, I'll play the best 7.
Yeah, I'm thinking of losing players now for the final and maybe getting Isak and Son in potentially, and hope that the points they get this week will outscore the extra player in the final.
Yeah, I think that could well happen.
Not ideal though.
They're not usually Cumberlands, are they, in finals? I know United have been bad, but I mean, so Manchester Derby in a final, it could be close. I mean, they won't be up for it. Try the best. It might only be like a 2-0 City. You just see that and not be many points scored.
Morning to iPod. My mids are KDB, Foden, Palmer, and Saka. 70th overall. Want a differential with 3 games in for Saka. Who would you choose out of Gordon, Madueke, or Bruno Guimaraes? I prefer Gordon.
I've got Gordon. He's my differential. I like looking Madueke. He's quite a raw player. He's definitely got talent. He's got pace to burn. And he has been getting a few returns recently. Bit of an end product to his game. Be a decent shout.
Yeah, I do prefer Gordon. I think I've seen a lot of love for Bruno Guimaraes though. I'm not particularly feeling it, but I've seen a lot of people saying they fancy him as an option. Really good for bonus tackles. We'll be playing for Arsenal as well next season, so that's a bonus. Yeah, no, I'd go Gordon. Daniel McKenzie. Where we're delayed, there's a lot of talk about Walker, but yeah, I hope we've sort of cleared up the Walker news. Haaland, Isak, Son up front, I think is fine. So he's just deciding what to do with Walker. Heath Robson saying, "Hi guys, love the deadline stream. It's now coming to squeaky bum time. This week's question: pick 2 from Son, Jackson, or Isak." Have you got
Jackson
2 of them?
and Isak.
Jackson and Isak. Yeah, I'd go Son, Isak. We haven't got the third. We ain't got the third person to make the final call. Good luck though, Heath. Cheers for joining. Miss Noopy saying, "Whoa, Saka's got a late fitness test injury." Yeah, I feel like it's bloody mind games with Saka. Let's see if we've got anything extra coming through.
Always limping.
Yeah, I mean it's crunch time, isn't it?
Yeah.
Haaland, Foden, Ederson, De Bruyne all start. Walker benched. Not seeing anything new on Saka. Let's just quickly look again. I'll quickly check out Discord as well because they are on the ball. Not seeing anything on Saka at the minute. Let us know if you've seen anything. I'll try and skip to the bottom. Tony, what colour are your Speedos? Quick question there. I've seen at the bottom.
Royal blue.
Do you have an alternative? I've seen a few questions down at the bottom. I'm trying to go through them in order, but I'm just having a look at leaks. But are there any alternatives to Walker? Because we've got people that are playing, parking the bus, for example. Obviously, Gavardio, if you haven't got him.
Yeah, Gvardio's first choice to bring in this week if you haven't got him. Alternatives. The thing is that you got like Trippier, who's got a double, but will he play? I mean, if you knew Trippier was starting, it could be an option.
Vardio starts apparently, for certain, so that helps.
Yeah, you could have a high ceiling with Trippier, but again, you're risking him not playing. Dalot definitely play 2 for United. It could be an option. Keeps you with a player for the final as well. So you're definitely getting 4 games out of him. Injuries aside.
The problem is with this, like Walker benching now, you wouldn't be surprised. Say you went say you was going to go Walker and you went Vardiol. You could get Vardiol could be benched in the second game. It's like this is always the thing with City, isn't it?
Yeah.
Maybe they're keeping Walker fresh to deal with Son, maybe or something. The next game.
Yeah, that's the first up there. Because Richarlison's back in his team, looks like Son will probably move out there.
All right. Demetrius, top of his mini league. Well done, mate. Bringing in Son and Walker. We covered that Walker part. Watkins out, waste of space. Yeah, what's your thoughts on that Watkins performance, by the way?
Oh, honestly, I watched the Villa game out here. I sat behind a very angry Villa fan. Who was on TV. Sent you as a picture of him. Yeah, weren't happy. And to be fair, he started the game alright, but yeah, not good.
Yeah. Jackson or Son we've covered. We're basically. Do you think Jackson's better than Son? Yeah.
Son's got penalties. Son has been awful on the eye. Awful on the eye.
Yeah, like I'm going Son, but like I said, only because of the fixtures. I think the fixtures look really good, but yeah, the form hasn't quite been there. But he has played Chelsea, Arsenal, Liverpool, so the drop in quality is playing against with Burnley and well, not Man City, but Sheffield United later on. Yeah, tough call though. I think they'll both do well. Latest news on Saka. Apparently he's travelled there and he's been training as well. Like I listen to every bloody bit of Arsenal content there is, to be honest, and not one person was reporting anything on Saka until the Arteta press conference where they said any injury doubts and he was like, oh yeah, Saka and Tomiyasu. So yeah, I don't believe him. I don't believe a word he says, to be honest. Tomiyasu Tomiyasu definitely didn't train, but Saka's been in training.
Yeah, I mean, he's in training. These games are massive for us. He can't afford to drop any points whatsoever. Same with City, obviously. It's going to be a close one, isn't it?
Torn between, so yeah, we've covered it. Son and Jackson, we've already covered that. Vote for you to stick with the San Miguels. Mark Simpson, Nana Gvardiol, Walker White, KDB, Foden, Palmer, Saka, Haaland, Isak, Watkins. Thinking Watkins to Fernandes and Saka to Son, or White to any of the City centre backs. Would you be bringing Bruno Fernandes in if you didn't have him currently? Oh, you're on mute. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't have him. I'm not bringing him in this week. So it's. I wouldn't recommend doing it if you've not got him because he is an injured out, so he might miss one of the games anyway. I guess I'd rather bring in I don't know, a Goyu or a Palmer if he's not got Palmer on it. I just wouldn't bring anybody in who's an injured out. Same with Saka.
Yeah, I think Saka's going to be fine. With Bruno, like I've got him, and I did intend to keep him, but I definitely wouldn't be bringing him in if I didn't have him.
I think he's my transfer for next week. Bringing him in.
You will bring. You still bring him back in
next week. I think he's one of my transfers in. Yeah.
Oh, welcome, Ben.
Hello.
How you doing, mate?
You all right? Hola. Stressed out, lad. Stressed out. got the two.
Honestly, mate, I'm going to have to get up and get another beer.
Right, must be brilliant, eh?
I think you need a holiday as well, Ben. Book one up.
Yeah.
Well, you can keep going through questions. I'm just going to grab another pint.
Yep, come.
All right, I'll be back.
We've got Mark. So thinking of Watkins to Fernandes. You're on Fernandes at the moment, aren't you, Ben?
Yeah, I've still got him.
Would you be bringing him in?
Yeah, it looks like he's back, doesn't it? He was in training. If I didn't have him.
Yeah.
I don't know, actually. I probably wouldn't, no. Just because there's other things. I'd be targeting Man City or like a striker that's got a potential to go off it this week, like, because although Man United's got 2 home games, they are tricky home games.
Have you got? Yeah, I think if I didn't have Bruno, I wouldn't be bringing him in until later now. Just because there still is a chance that he doesn't play. I know he has apparently trained for the first time yesterday, but have you got any thoughts on what you do defensively? Because apparently Walker's benched.
Yeah, I heard you talking about it. Yeah, I haven't had a proper look yet, but hopefully we get a leak for the team.
Yeah, it sounds like he is going to be benched. So I think I'm going to skip on bringing Walker in this week. But I don't know from City who I'd go for instead. If Vardiol apparently is starting, I'd maybe do an Ake, maybe, and then at least you might think that. I guess if Vardiol gets benched, you could have Ake still playing. Yeah, it's a tough one. The Kanji's still decent as well, but no one's safe, really, are they?
That's the thing with Ake is that Vardiol pretty much made that left back spot his own, hasn't he? Ake used to get quite a bit of game time out there as well, so it's risky. Same with Kanji used to obviously get played out there, so it took a bit of time away from them too.
Yeah.
With Diaz not playing. I think, was it on your pod, Scott? You said that they started the last 5 games together. Is it? Ake and Kanji?
Yeah, I think it was 4 or 5 games together they've started. So yeah, like Diaz has been ill, hasn't he? So what else we got? Anything a bit different? We got Clones in the chat. He's sitting in 3rd. Obviously dropped off from 1st recently. We're not gonna influence you, mate. He feels like captaining someone other than Haaland for a differential, but keep it to yourself, mate. You don't know who's listening. Ryan Driver's wishing you a happy holidays. Mike from FF Stuff saying, what is he seeing? I think he might be talking about you. He might be talking about me.
Hola, Mike.
Sean's saying dedication, tuning in from holiday. We're going to have to speed through a few more because there's a load of questions here. Lead Doc, 2 out of Son, Madueke, Jackson and Gordon, taking out Saka and Watkins. Ooh.
I have Jackson and Gordon, so I'll go with that.
I'd say Son. I'd say Son and Son and Jackson. I reckon. That's tough, though. Quick look for any more leaks. Ian is on part of the bus. He's got Trent, Alexander-Arnold, Vardiol, Conser, Walker, Livramento. Anyone he should swap? Oh, the Walker news has done him. Again. I'd get Conser and Walker. Or would you just keep Walker at this point? Hope he gets the one.
I'd probably keep
Walker
for the final. Do Conser to. Oh. Gallo. Dan Burns. Dan Burns got a double.
Yeah, Big Dan Burn might be all right. He'll definitely play too, won't he?
I mean, it's Trippier. If you do hear anything about Trippier before this deadline,
if he starts,
yeah,
I just don't see him starting 2. But if he starts 2 and gets like 2 early subs, that'd be like bang on, wouldn't it? I'm still not seeing any more leaks. It's not great. Nothing on Saka yet. Nothing on Bruno yet. Philip saying, why bring in Son if you have City defenders? Well, I guess I'd be bringing Son in because I hope that he smashes Burnley and Sheffield United. And as an Arsenal fan, I'd like him to probably smash City as well. But yeah, it's the fixtures around the bad fixture. I don't think anyone's particularly saying bring Son in for the City game. I have Dubravka in nets. Should I keep him, or do you think Pope will be back? What do you reckon, lads?
You got many problems. If that's your main one. I'm worried about Dubravka and Pope, to be honest. Yeah, I've not heard anything about Pope. Even if Pope does come back to fitness, I think they're going to rush him into next for the last two games of season, 3 games.
I mean, if he's on the bench, I think he might want to get 1 game in him, maybe just for potentially getting the Euros or something. But
yeah,
it's a hard one. Maybe just keep him and hope you get 1.
Yeah.
If you were 31 points behind in your mini league, would you captain Isak instead of Haaland?
Ooh. Tricky one, that. 1 more game week. I'm probably going to go Haaland this week, and then go differential next. A little bit. I mean, the upside if Haaland picks from injury, or I think he'd be highly captained. So if you captain someone that outscores Haaland, you're going to get some supply. Depends how big your opponents
are. Mate, there's a lot of questions on Walker, and it's hard because no City defender is better. Oh, sorry, on Ryan's question, I think I would if I was 31 points behind in a mini league. I think I would just go for it. I think personally. Abdullah, a big risk not captaining Haaland. Isak has 2 nice fixtures, worth risking captaining him. Yeah, it is a risk. We've seen what Haaland can do. He gave us a little reminder.
I think as well, as we know, I do go back through the pictures of who the players have played. So I've gone through my front 7 players that I've got, and the player with the standout form against the 2 teams that are playing this week with Haaland. Palmer didn't get much against the opposition. Isak, Jackson, De Bruyne. So yeah.
As Ben, has the Walker news messed up any of your plans, or you not?
Yeah, I was going to bring him in this week.
Yeah.
So I have to do something else now, unless you'd imagine he'd still start the other 3 games, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
No.
So it might just getting him in already. And okay, yeah, Arsenal have got 2 games left. Man City's got 3, and I mean Walker will have 3 and possibly half or a end of the game or something. But it's not ideal. You want to get two games out of your defender you're bringing in, really.
Yeah, I'm looking at that now, thinking because I was going to do Gabriel to Walker, but I mean, if they're both going to get 1 game and Walker's playing Spurs and Gabriel's playing United, I think I just want to keep Gabriel for another week. I think. What are you thinking on like planning for the final? Because I was just saying to Tony at the start, like I was initially thinking Gabriel to Walker, Watkins to Son, and if I done that, I'd sort of be on track to have 10 players for the final. If I just made moves for City players after that. But I'm wondering now whether to just take Bruno out if he is not 100% starting. And then doing like a Son and an Isak in. But it will mean I'll have a less player for the final. Or I could take out Saka and get 9 for the final, maybe. I think Saka does well against Arsenal.
1 minute. Babby's crying.
It's hard, isn't it?
I think Fernandes will probably play against Newcastle, though. So it's like you've got the possibility of 2 games, or it's even at least he's getting 1 game.
So it'll be 3 for 2 or 4 for 2, won't it? So, yeah, I know what you mean. Horrible. Might have to be Saka then. What do you reckon, Tony, on that?
Yeah, like Saka could have a very good game. Fernandes is a doubt.
He's trained, but
yeah. So I mean, if he doesn't play this game, he plays the next, and he's going to the final, aren't he? Saka, he's only got 1, but you know what he can do in 1 game. He's for a decent amount. It's a tricky one, that one. I'm glad I've got neither.
Yeah, it's a hard decision to make. Having 2 flagged players, no matter like whether or not you think they're going to start, that flag just puts a bit of horrible doubt into your head, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
I'm gonna have a last-minute decision to make here. Alternative to Walker, I mean, you could try if you haven't got Vardy already, you could try Akanji or you could try Ake, but they all come with their risks a little bit. Is Saka playing or move him out? I think he'll play, but yeah, it depends if you just take him out now. I'm starting to get a bit tempted to go Son and Isak now. Which means
I think it'll make it a little bit more comfortable, won't it? This afternoon and stuff. We've got them 2 big hitters up top.
Yeah, like if I don't have Isak, he's already 42%, so he's going to go up even more. And I'm just dreading what if I go without Isak and then Saka doesn't play or Bruno doesn't play.
Yeah.
Again, it will leave me short. It will leave me short for the final, but maybe that's a risk I just take now. 15 minutes to go.
Again, in 1 game, that final. Let's say you text your first. You're not when you see everyone get pumped 7-2 in the final.
Yeah.
It really happened.
Yeah, maybe taking Saka. If you had to, I'm going to pose a question to you two. I'm getting ahead of the chat here. So if you had to take out Saka or Bruno this week, who would it be? Would it be Saka?
Yeah, I would do Saka.
What about you, Ben? I think you're in a similar scenario. Oh, mute, sorry.
We'll probably take out Bruno. That Everton fixture next week. Yeah. I just think I'd want him for that Everton fixture next week, and I just think he's just. What did he get over the last 2 game weeks? Something daft. And 28 points over the last 2 game weeks, and it was just both single games as well. I know it was penalties, but he still gets points from other angles.
Yeah, he does.
And the thing is, like, I know Bruno could have 4 versus Saka's 2. But do you think Bruno gets anything against Arsenal? I don't. And do you think he gets anything against City in the final?
I think he gets 2 yellow cards.
Maybe 2 yellow cards. He might get tackles. He might get a couple shots on target. But I feel like Saka could haul against Everton or Man United.
Yeah, I'd check out Bruno. I'd change my mind.
Well, I know I went off on a tangent not answering questions, but I think that might help with some people's questions already.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it will. That big one.
I don't even know what I'm doing with my team now. It's all over the place.
No, I don't. I knew this would happen with the Walker thing. I had a feeling it would throw some doubt if one of the City defenders got benched. I wish we just had some news on Saka. That would make things easier.
Yeah, I mean, with the Walker thing, at the moment, I think just leave him in.
You reckon? If you have him already, or if you're going to bring him in?
No, I think I might just bring him in still. I think, like you said, you switch it to an Ake or an Akanji, you're probably going to have the same problem with the second game. Yeah. At least you know Walker is a mainstay. He's important at right back for City, so him getting a little bit of a rest today isn't a bad thing. It means he just started the next 3.
Just having another little quick look at some leaks, but it's gone quiet. It's gone cold out there.
Why do you bring in a proper differential like Dan Burns? I hope he knows what he's here.
Yeah, not seeing much else on the old leaks front. So I think we've got at the minute. I've had a quick change around, and I think I'm going to take Bruno out. Reluctantly, it's going to leave me short on players for the final. But I think I'm going to get Isak and Son in and leave Saka currently.
Yeah.
United's going to get battered if they carry on like this anyway, aren't they?
Yeah, it's not ideal. Will leave me only 8. Let's get back on some questions.
So what moves are you doing quickly?
So for me, I was going to do Walker in for Gabriel and Watkins to Son. I didn't have an Isak. But with that Walker news, I don't really want to bring him in for the one game. I just think that Gabriel could just outscore him anyway. So I think I'm going to take out Bruno because we've seen he trained for one day, but I don't know for sure that he starts. So I think I'm going to take out Watkins and Bruno for Isak and Son and just hope that they both bang in this double and in the last game and maybe outscore having the extra player in the final. But yeah, it does leave me short. I think that will leave me like 8 for the final, which is not great.
I think you'll sleep easy. You'll sleep easier having them too.
I'll let Ben have a little look at his team because we're the same as you. Like we're reacting to the late news, but you've got 11 minutes, so make sure you are locked in, whatever you are doing. What who we got here? Yeah, LRB saying Scott, take out Saka, keep Bruno, 2 games over 1. Injury doubts on both, but they'll both play. Yeah, think Saka against Everton and Man United might do more than Bruno, potentially. Does Rodri start? Debating him for Saka.
I'm pretty sure if Rodri starts, can't see that changing.
Yeah, I think he'll start every game from now on.
He had his rest, didn't he, after crying about being tired. Give him a rest, and then, I think he starts every game until end of the season now.
Yeah, Jamie's asking Saka or Fernandes out for Gordon. I think we've sort of covered what we think out of the two. Watkins and Diaz out for Isak and Son. No brainer. Yep. He's been waiting to get rid of Diaz for ages, I think. Duck, is Bernardo Silva a good cheap alternative to De Bruyne?
I wouldn't say alternative.
He's not as good, but I think he's all right.
I mean, if you're saying cheap, maybe you're struggling for budget. He's a good option, Bernardo. He does play a lot of the important games for City, and obviously every game now is an important one. They're all cup finals for them, same with Arsenal. And then the cup final at the end, I think you can start them all.
I've got the full City team now. Ederson, Akanji, Diaz, Ake, Vardiol, Rodri, Kovacic, De Bruyne, Silva, Foden, and Haaland. So Akanji, Diaz, Ake, Vardiol is the back line. Just to make it a little bit trickier for you. If you're on part of the bus or you're looking for someone and you want a City defender, Vardiol, Ake, Diaz, Akanji currently. That came out about a minute. Yeah, he's not a bad shout.
I think Ake's a little bit safer than Akanji.
Yeah, I do, because Diaz is normally reliable, isn't
he?
Yeah. Thoughts on Julian Alvarez? Would you go there? Not for me.
I mean, if we were starting today, it might have been a little bit tempting, but no, not now. He might be one to bring in next week, though.
Yeah, who'd you bring in from City if you already have Vardiol, KDB, Foden, and Haaland? It's hard. Probably Bernardo or Rodri for me. How many pints deep are you, Tony? C. Partridge wants to know.
It's just my third.
Bosh. Benji. I can't remember what Benji's question was. Wanted to know what the... Hang on.
You're an hour behind there, aren't you, Tony? So you're an hour ahead, so it's dinner time there. You're all right to have a drink.
Yeah, no, that's what I said. It'd be a bit weird if Scott were rocking up the time.
Ben, what are you looking at?
Here's a team leak.
I've just done the City one.
Have you?
Yeah, I've just done it. Yeah, is that changing your thoughts?
Kanji maybe. He seems to always play, doesn't he, in different positions.
I think I'm going to leave myself short for players and just leave the defence.
Yeah, it's horrible, isn't it?
Yeah, it's horrible. I just...
Yeah. Win Ake. Yeah.
You're going Ake, yeah? Do you need to jump off and do it, Tony?
No, I'm just going to confirm it now. I can switch screen and still stay on. So if you see I'm not staring into the camera like this, I'm just looking at my phone.
This is an absolute nightmare.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I'm going to just bring in Isak and Son now. Ditch the defender, leave myself short on players for the final.
Who are you both captaining?
Haaland.
I'm on Son at the minute. Might change it.
I like it.
Amelia's saying Saka might only get 60 minutes, but we don't know, do we? We don't know what he's getting. There could be absolutely nothing wrong with Saka, to be honest. I really don't trust him at this point. Let's take a few gambles. Walker still plays the second game, and you'll want him. Stick to the plans, yeah. That is fair, but
I will be moving on Ben White next week. so I could still get Walker as well and keep Ake. So it doesn't muck my plans up too much. It'd work well if Ake plays the next game. If he gets 2 games this week, then it's a winner. If Ake don't play the next game, I'm no worse off.
Yeah.
I think there's more chance of a clean sheet in this game against Fulham.
Yeah, maybe. They're both away, aren't they? But yeah, there is. I wonder if a lot of people.
Fulham are a good side, though. Don't get me wrong. They're a good side and they score plenty of goals as well. And they've done well against big teams, haven't they, this year?
Yeah, the only thing if I do take Bruno, it leaves me 8 for the final. But if I do get an injury, he'll be even less. But I feel like I'll at least have the main people in. I think we'll see. I don't like it, but 5 minutes, people. Cucurella for Walker. They both have 3 games. I do think Cucurella is pretty nailed now. He's playing that sort of inverted left back, so I think he's decent.
He has started to pick up anything today. I thought he'd be a great option in this format this season. The Chelsea started a little bit dodgy, but he's started to get a bit of form out for Chelsea. He's doing all right now.
Yeah, you know, the last 7 games Fulham played Man City have had a penalty in every game.
Have they?
I just seen that now.
It don't look like we're going to get any news on Saka or Bruno. Sunday game, innit? Just having a last minute look on the old leaks, but yeah, that's the only bit that's making me a bit uncomfortable. The amount of the players for the final business, but I think I might just ditch it now and attack this week with Son and Isak. I think. Ben's deep in his thoughts.
I'm just looking there. I'm looking. I've got Isak, Son, and Haaland already. And if I took Bruno out, I don't know who I'd bring in unless I bring a Man City midfielder in. But
yeah, I'm only having that problem because I don't have Isak, and I'm getting a bit worried that he's 42% owned already, and I reckon a lot of people are going to bring him in as well. So I feel like I'm just protecting myself a bit.
3 minutes to go.
Yeah,
I think Gordon, Bruno.
Yeah, Gordon. Yeah.
I think that was a move I made last week. Did all right, Gordon. 2 fixtures, 2 old fixtures.
Niall Griffiths reckons Bruno with the 4 games is better than Saka with the 2. Yeah, could be. Very well could be, but we don't know if he's 100% going to start.
Man United's going to lose all. Man United's going to lose all them games.
Yeah, I won't be looking at it as a 4 for 2 because I've not got Bruno, but he'll be coming in next week. So then I'll be getting 2 games out of Bruno. So you'll be looking at it as having Saka for 1 this week and Bruno for the next 2. So it's actually like you're choosing 3 games over 4, but you've got Saka against
Arsenal smashed the goals in on the last game of the season as well. Tell you what, there's going to be some 2 minutes to go, people. Get it locked in. I'll tell you what, there's going to be some strange differentials though, just from Saka being taken out and Bruno being left in or taken out. It's hard.
I think what's made mine up to go pretty safe with the Haaland captain is the fact that I've got Gordon and Jackson in my team, and I think they're differential enough. I'm hoping if they can bang again this week, do well, especially Gordon, then that might take you up to a place a few points off the 21st and go from there. Al's got form against these teams. I won't go against them.
I haven't seen many people bring in Jackson this week. I'm surprised no one's tempted there.
Yeah,
I mean, a lot of the questions really always been were all about Jackson.
Was it?
Jackson Son, Jackson Isaac.
Yeah, Jackson Son and Jackson Isak.
He's a man. That's on everyone's lips now.
Did you not fancy him, Scott Jackson?
What Jackson? Well, I've gone Isak and Son. I prefer those two. I think. I know Jackson has been on decent form, hasn't he? But I just think that with Jackson, it could be a good spell. Whereas these two we know that they're all right.
Right, I'm going to keep listening, lads. But yeah.
Cheers for joining us. Enjoy your holiday.
Thank you very much. Best of luck to everyone. Thanks everyone for joining us. And
adios.
See you in a week or so.
Have a good one.
Adios.
I wonder if he knew that was going to happen. What have you done? I've done mine, but I'm not happy with it really. I'm not entirely happy with it, but I'm just going to leave it.
I sold Watkins for Son, and I sold White for Akanji. I kept Gabriel hoping to get a couple of goals from a header or something. Just a differential because everyone's on White at the moment, isn't they?
Yeah, I wasn't sure out of the two who to take out. It works both ways. I was kind of thinking on one side, I was kind of thinking Saka and White are down the same side, so they could assist each other or something. But Saka takes corners and Gabriel bangs them in from corners, don't he? So it could work both ways, really.
Gabriel usually gets about 5 goals a season as well. Yeah. I think he's due another one.
Where are you at for the final? So how your team now? Like, how does it leave you set up for the final if everything goes to plan? Because I've just bollocksed my plan up for the final, I think, a little bit.
Yeah. I was initially going to just bring Man City players in all the way through, but you can look too much towards the final and then you'll only get, like if you bring a Bernardo in, he might only get 5 points. And if you bring a Son in or a Isak, you might get 15 points. So
yeah,
it's probably better to go for the short term rather than looking at the longer term. I mean, we don't know what's going to happen. Bernardo Silva might score 2 goals.
Yeah.
This week, but I think there's just the high ceiling of like the strikers. It's worth the gamble this week with the poor opposition as well.
Yeah, that's the way I'm trying to look at it. I think, yeah, because I would have liked to have done Walker to Gabriel, and then that would have. I've gone from almost having 10 players for the final to 8 almost by bringing out Bruno. But yeah, like you say, in the final, you never know. If it's a 2-1 City, for example, or even a 3-1 City, it could very well be no defense clean sheet, and it could be like a Kovacic that scores or a Rodri that scores, and it's not going to do that much damage, is it? Yeah, it's hard, but hopefully, if I can get double figures out of like Isak or Son, then that might make it worthwhile.
Yeah, the lineup was correct, by the way.
The City one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to watching this. Come on, Fulham. Come on, Fulham. 3-0 Fulham. Iwobi, Leno. Iwobi, Leno, and Willian on the score sheet.
So, yeah, if they win this match, then you're both on 36 points. 36 games then, aren't you?
Yeah.
And you're a point ahead. All you have to do then is win.
Was Alan says he wish he did the Bruno to Isak move last week as he's done it this week. Yeah, the same with me. Like, I ended up taking Son out and I brought him back in. And Son got 11 points and Bruno got nothing. That's what's worrying me. That's what's worrying me. If I did keep Bruno Fernandes, I know it's a 4-for-2, but then he doesn't play or something. I'd be annoyed. Oh, Bailey, what kind of question is this? Would I prefer Fulham to win or for my City players to haul? I'd take a 0 pointer this week if Fulham win on Dream Team. I'd prioritise the Arsenal winning the league much above my my Dream Team, I think, at this point.
I can get to 10 players for the final.
Yeah, because you brought that City defender in. No.
Yeah. But I possibly might hold my transfers next week and then just bring 3 in on the final day.
I did look at that because because otherwise at the moment you'll be having to take a Palmer or you'll be having to take out a good attacker, won't you?
Yeah.
To bring in a defender, which is not. Yeah, I looked at that. I tried to play out the weeks in advance, and I was thinking I'm going to have to take out Saka against Everton or Palmer in that last game.
Yeah. This is why Dream Team needs to look at the transfers next year. And if you don't use the transfer, you should be able to carry your 2 transfers over instead of just 1. Because you're losing out on by saving your transfers. You're losing a transfer, really. Yeah. But if I could save them 2 transfers for next week for the final, then I'd have 4 transfers for the final. Should be able to do that.
Yeah, that would have been better, I think.
And it stops everyone using their transfers every week as well and picking the same players. If you've got, then you can be a bit more strategic. I can't even say the word. Strategic, and get the players. You know what I mean? Carry the transfers over for the next week, and then you can do like a mini wild card and change your team.
Should we do the most transferred in, most transferred out, most captained?
Yeah.
So game week captains. Do you guess Erling Haaland's captaincy for this week?
80.
Did you go Haaland?
Yeah, I changed it last minute.
Yeah. 90.
Wow. 90.
3% have gone Isak, 2% have gone Palmer, 1.5 have gone Son.
Yeah. I was on Son, and then it's that Man City game, the second game. I think in Burnley he could score a hat-trick, and then he might not score against City. Or it could be he could score nothing against City. That's the only thing I'm thinking. So
you're the same, aren't you? We tried to look at. I think I've looked at. I don't think Son is the best for just this week, but maybe as a 3 games.
Yeah,
he could.
He's a differential enough bringing him in. I think that's why I changed my mind and just thought Captain Haaland. Yeah. And I know he's starting today as well. So
in the top 100, 87% went Haaland. So still pretty landslide. 5% Palmer, or 4 people Isak, 3 people Son.
No one Jackson.
No one Jackson. Not even Tony. We had a 0.1 in the top 1K. I've done Bruno Guimaraes. 0.1 I've done Gordon. 0.1 I've done Saka. 1% of people in the top 1K have gone for Watkins.
You must have forgot.
He'll do well now after last week.
Yeah.
If you're still with us, drop a like on the video if you haven't already. Let's do most transferred in and most transferred out. I'm sure you can guess the most transferred out.
Watkins.
Yep. 86% of the top 1K took him out. Second?
Be a defender, wearing it. Arsenal defender. Ben White. Gabriel.
Gabriel's in third. It's a midfielder from Arsenal in second.
Saka.
Really? 25% of the top 1K have taken him out. The ownership doesn't update straight away, does it, this one?
I'm not sure. Ask Mike in the chat. Mike, you might comment on the ownership.
Yeah, Mike, if you're still there, tell us if the top 1K ownership updates straight away or not. I don't think it does. Saka at 82.7, it says. So,
what about Ings?
Also on the out list. Just loading. Yeah, Gabriel in third. Quansah, understandably. Virgil van Dijk, Salah, Bruno. Only 5% actually took Bruno out, but a lot took him out last week, didn't they?
Yeah.
Transferred in. Oh, this makes me feel a little bit better about my move to bring Isak in, because he was already at like 40 something. What was he already at? I think he was at 40 something percent owned. Another 33% have bought him in the top 1K. So he's going to be really highly owned, somewhere around the 70 mark, I reckon. Son in at second, 31% bought him in. Vardiol 23, Jackson 16, and Kyle Walker 16 still bought him in. Maybe missed the leaks, or maybe just decided to keep him. What do you reckon?
Possibly missed the leaks. Yeah.
You happy with your move, or you feel a bit when it's not what you planned initially? It always gets a little bit.
I mean, it is what it is. My season's over anyway. I've had an absolute stinker this year. I mean, it's not that bad, but it is bad for me. Normally, I'm around top 100 now. Had a very slow start getting used to this new format. I was playing the old way where you keep keeping your looking longer term and instead of shorter term, and I should have maybe tried one short term and one longer term transfer every week.
Yeah, it's a learning curve, isn't it? Hopefully, I don't change it too much that we have to scrap it all again.
Yeah, and I'd get rid of the boosters as quickly as possible as well. Give me a good start.
Yeah, now the deadline's passed, we have had a lot of questions about the Euros, but right. I didn't want to spend a load of time talking about it while people were worrying about their teams. But
yeah,
obviously they look like they've brought in vice captains, haven't they? So that's
brilliant.
No, I don't think anyone's going to argue with bringing in vice captains.
Yeah, it's fantastic that.
But the boosters, they've changed park the bus to what did they call it? You get more points for scoring.
Wasn't it a goal? If a guy scores a goal, it's 10 points instead of 5.
Yeah, they've upped the scoring, so they've just flipped it, really, haven't they? To park the bus for strikers, almost.
Something like that, yeah.
Would you just rather not have anything like that?
I'd rather not have no chips, but
yeah.
I mean, it's better than park the bus, I would imagine. At least you're getting at least a bit more random, and you don't have to like change your whole team to get 5 defenders in.
Yeah, no one's worrying. Oh, I'm going to have to bring more strikers in this week, are they?
No.
Where they was with defenders. But yeah, I think I'd have rather not had an extra booster. I think I'd have just liked it with the vice cap. And then it looks a bit. I mean, we're going to be doing the content anyway, but like I am a little bit disappointed with that. Looks like your transfers are going to be for the whole first round of matches.
Yeah.
Which looks a bit crap, I must say.
Yeah.
Rather than every day.
Yeah, you used to be able to like gain players over the fixtures, but now everyone's going to have same amount of fixtures, so you've just got to get lucky and get the right players in. Like you can't just say someone plays on the first day, he scores a couple of goals, and then he's got a couple of bad fixtures after that. You can just move him on for the next day to someone else. You can't do that now. You've just got to wait for game week 2 to change your team. Is it 3 transfers you get every week?
Yeah, I can't remember exactly how many it was. It changes through the rounds. Yeah, that's like last year in the World Cup. Not last year, when the World Cup was on.
Yeah,
a few people went heavy Ecuador, didn't they, on the first day to get the clean sheet from Ecuador, then bin them all off for the next day. So like, you're not going to be able to do any of that. And I think the concern people have got as well is you're going to see the lineup. Well, you're not even going to see the lineup. I think it's 1 hour before again. But no one really knows what the lineups are going to be until the first game. Well, you can guess.
Hopefully, because when I think it's like UEFA competitions, they seem to release the lineups about a quarter an hour before the hour before the game. So like an hour and 15. You usually see the lineups a little bit earlier than the Premier League lineups. So you might get a leak for the first match. Is it Germany-Scotland, the first match? I think it is, yeah, first game of the... So we should get to see the lineup for that. Are you bringing any Scotland players in?
You know, I've not even made a team yet. Like,
not bringing your lookalike in, Andy Robertson.
I still can't see it. I can't remember who it was actually. I've got a TikTok account doing like the same dream team, but obviously short content. And someone added me or added their friends and said, "Here's such and such," and I was like, "Who the fuck's that?" And there's a Celtic player, I think it is. I mean, there was a Celtic player, and someone added his mate saying, "Oh, look who it is." And I googled it. I did actually look a little bit like him. I need to find out who it is. Just any old bloke with a beard, basically.
James commented on his transfers. James Ricker, he brought in Bilver.
I don't think it's a bad move. I'd want him for the final.
Yeah, longer term move.
And I think him and Rodri do go under the radar a little bit because they're the two, a bit like Gundogan last season as well. Like, they are quite clutch players, aren't they? Like, you want them for the big games, you want them for the finals. They always do pop up. He's done Sonny 12th man as well. Big up the main man, James Fricker. Wazza. He likes the 2 transfers a week. Means you can change the shape of your team. He's regretting Isak as captain. Oh, because of the 90% Haaland. The thing is, I don't know what you think, Ben, but I know we've both gone Haaland anyway. But I think if Haaland hadn't have scored 4 goals last week, I reckon his captaincy would have been like 70, and I think people would have gone, "This is a good week to gamble."
Yeah, it's just recency bias, isn't it?
But
Haaland does like a hat trick, doesn't he? I mean, how many hat tricks has he scored now in the last 2 seasons for City? It's a ridiculous amount.
I don't know in the last 2 seasons, but I think I saw that it was on 12 hat tricks for his career already. And he's not. He's young, isn't he? He's up for the Young Player of the Year award. It's ridiculous, really. Let's put ourselves through the pain and just quickly go on Twitter because someone's bound to now have Saka news after the deadline. Willian, Iwobi, and Leno start. Come on, Arsenal.
Arsenal players. Ex-Arsenal players.
Yeah, they're going to do the job for us. Leno, clean sheet. Willian, brace. Yeah, no, don't look like there's any more news on that. I think I'm going to get myself prepared to watch this Fulham game. Cheers, everyone that's joined us for the episode. Should we wrap that up?
Yeah.
You're going to be able to watch the City game?
No chance. I've got the little ones.
Right. Well, we'll be podding live Monday, aren't we?
Yes.
Podcast
Andy Barnett's joining us from the Discord.
We've got Andy Barnett as our special guest, so that'll be live to our Patreon members on Monday, probably out on Wednesday for everyone else. We will be doing that Euro content as well. So if you do want to become a Patreon member, we'll have stuff going on in our Discord and all that sort of stuff throughout the summer. It won't end this season. So, yep. Cheers, everyone. See you all on the next one.
Bye.